Hey, and welcome to Off Balance with me, Arish Shah. This is the podcast where I take you through bite-sized chunks of knowledge that I've learned over the last 20 years operating as a CEO and CFO. You ready? Let's get to it. Transparency in an early stage venture is essential. In a scaling one, it can be suicidal. So when I first wrote this, I got a lot of questions and a lot of pushback because people said, well, isn't it important to be transparent at any stage of a business? And of course, that is true. And it is important to be transparent with stakeholders as best as you can. However, when you're in an early stage business with your internal team, it's super important to be transparent because you want everyone pushing towards the same goals. And the only way that that can happen is for them to be aware of what's happening in the rest of the business. Have you got enough money to get through the next 3 months? Are you able to win customers at the right rate? Are you achieving the sort of margins that you want to achieve? It allows people to course correct as they need to. However, as you start scaling, you've got to remember that people start wanting a lot more stability. And most people really, when they go into a job, just want to do their job, do it well, and go home at the end of the day. So could you imagine if you're in a larger business and a founder turned around and said, well, guys, I'm going to give you our daily cash balance. And today we're at negative £100,000 and we're going to run out of money in the next couple of days unless we get some more revenue in. Well, you as an employee might very well say, oh, this is a sinking ship. I want to get out of here. However, you could flip that narrative. You may be at 100,000 in your overdraft, but you may also know that there is some investment likely to come in the next 3 weeks or month that you're able to ride through. You may push out paying off some suppliers and get creative around getting some of your debts paid quicker. But the problem is, if you are overly transparent, it can send the wrong signal to key employees or stakeholders. So transparency when you're at an early stage of business is really important because you want people coming along for the journey with you and be really invested in what you're doing. But as you're scaling, people want that stability. They want to know that their job is secure. They want to know that, yesterday is going to be the same as today and tomorrow will be the same as yesterday was. So the reality is, in a scaling venture, you need to err on the side of caution. Be careful about how much information you share and to whom, and remembering that some of that information may even be sensitive. And really think about what you want to share to whom and when. So in a startup, for sure, you want to be as transparent as possible. But as you're scaling, think twice about what you're sharing and to whom you're sharing it with. There we go. Hit me up in my DMs on LinkedIn or Twitter if you've got any questions. Otherwise, let's get back to building.